What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Dermy Wormy, and I don't know how this next movie is gonna do exactly. Okay, I'm gonna be real honest with you. I don't know how it's gonna do. I have no high hopes for it. The only thing that I do know is it's probably it might cut into Hunger Games box office a little bit for this next coming week, but that's gonna be weird because this next week, when regards to the box office, it's a 5-day week. Because a lot of movies are going to be doing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday due to the holiday season. But this next movie is coming brand new IP, brand new regards, and I don't think it's going to do well. But Disney's Wish Eye's 50 million debut, Apple and Sony's Napoleon to gallop to 24 million over Thanksgiving 5-day box office early look. And we're mainly talking about Wish. Now, from the most part, what wishes? I can break down the actual story. There's a king that could grant wishes, and he chooses whose wishes to actually grant. And they're trying to say that that's a bad thing. You know, it's kind of the Bruce Almighty aspect, where Bruce Almighty, he grants everybody's wishes and stuff, and grants all their prayers, gives them everything they want, and everything goes to crap. Well, in this regard, it's the same way. The king's like, hey, not everybody's wish can be granted. I decide whose wishes gets granted and if it's good or not. And they're trying to say that, no, you got to wish everything. And also, apparently, this is based on the actual wishing star from Disney. So there's a lot of self-referential treatment and stuff like that. But let's get into it, shall we? Wish, if it hits its projections, would rep the biggest original animated opening since 2017's CoCo, which also was a Thanksgiving Disney release and did 72.9 million over 5 days. Families and females are showing the best support at the moment. The song This is the Thanks I Get, performed by Chris Pine, dropped last week and has been spurring interest for the movie star Oscar-winning Ariana DeBose. I don't know who this is. But anyways, okay, so you got some interest in the movie. Well, sad thing is, it doesn't seem to be going over very well with critics. Wish debuts at Rotten Tomatoes with Disney's worst score in nearly 2 decades. Yeah, it ain't being received very well, because when you go over to Rotten Tomatoes, this is all critics as of right now. 51%. This is rated Rotten. This doesn't even take into account top critics, which I have all critics. Not taking into account top critics. And top critics, these are the people that, you know, get paid by like Deadline, just had it. Deadline, Variety, places like that to actually review this stuff. It's 32 by their regards. And now critics oftentimes don't like a lot of this stuff. I like to point it out when they do review something rotten, mainly because it's a Disney property. And a lot of these people usually bend over backwards to fellatiate Disney and give them all these props and praises and saying, oh my God, it's so wonderful and beautiful. Oh my God. But it is funny to see, you know, just how awful it's being reviewed right now. And, you know, I haven't even looked at some of these reviews yet. You know, got Madam Wolf. This isn't even this isn't even a top critic. Unfortunately, the balance doesn't emphasize storytelling, and the results is middling. Look at all these negatives. Look at all these rottens left, right, and center. I think I could probably count more of the freshes than anything else. Here's a fresh. Paul's trip to the movies. You're just work for yourself. Guardian, Associated Press, AWF. Oh, Grace Randolph. Oh my God, Grace Randolph, of course, reviews it fresh. Sure, it has lots of problems and feels half-baked. But that Disney magic is powerful stuff. Fans of Disney animation will find it fun, largely thanks to great performance by Chris Pine and Ariana DeBose. I don't even know if I'm saying this right. This is the Thanks I Get is a great song. Wow. Good for you, Grace. Good for you. But for the most part, it's being reviewed highly negatively. I legitimately think I can find more if I count, it will be easier for me to count all the Rotten Tomatoes, all the fresh tomatoes than anything else. That's how it's starting to look. But On top of that, on top of the fact that it's getting reviewed negatively, you even have this from Mashable. Wish review: Disney's latest is a frustrating self-referential IP grab. I can speak, I promise. I'm good with words. You're getting so many people just not excited for this movie, not really wanting to engage with this movie. Nobody's really enjoying it. I've heard tons of things from behind the scenes about it not being very well, it being originally coming up as one thing, then changing completely differently. The animation style also does not look very pretty. On top of that, it's also not tracking well. Now I get it. Okay, you scroll down here. This is Wish, and I get it. This is roughly the 5-day treatment. Okay, it's hard to try to predict how the 5-day treatment's gonna go. So this is just looking at its opening weekend. Opening on a 5-day weekend, it usually tracks higher. Just because you got Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mashed into one big thing. So on that note, you are tracking a little bit high, but even when it's tracking, it ain't tracking very well. You got Wish on the low end, $40 million, on the high end, $60 million for its 3-day opening, but for its 5-day, $57 million on the low end, $86 million on the high end. And in reality, this movie needs to make about $400 million just to break even. No, I'll be nice. It needs to make about, $400 million. No, needs to make about $400 million just to break even because, okay, maybe 450, maybe 500 million, because guess what? It costs $200 million to make. Yeah, this isn't good. This isn't good. This is one of the biggest problems in regard to a lot of Disney projects right now. They have overinflated budgets because they're constantly using these specialized departments that cost way too much to do all this stuff. And when it came to the actual Wish trailer itself, and I don't know if I can play any of it, the animation was kind of wonky. And I'm not gonna I don't know if it'll even load. It was not appealing to the eye, is what I'm trying to say. I'm not even going to listen to this. This is not your usual Wish Disney animation itself. It doesn't look very attractive. It doesn't look really appealing. So you got to wonder, hey, why does it cost $200 million? Well, because Disney uses these specialized spots. And I already said that. But because it has such an inflated budget, that means it needs to make even more money just to break even. And even on utilizing all this, domestic totals, its totals, okay, aren't great. This is what they think that it's going to end up being worldwide on its opening week. It ain't great, guys. This is not tracking well. This is not going to look well. And this is going to be yet another Disney flop, potentially, shortly after Disney just had a massive flop in the form of MCU. Disney hasn't been doing well at all this year. So I just got to say, I think it's done. I kind of think the Disney power is done. I think all this is done. And I think this is just going to be another box office bomb for Disney. And it does kind of suck because this is original IP for once. This isn't a remake. This isn't a remaster. This is actually some sort of original idea. Taking the concept of the wishing star from all of Disney's properties and actually making a movie about it. Interesting idea, just done poorly. But I'm going to leave it there, guys. Let me get your guys' thoughts on all this down in the comments below. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share it out, friends. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell for every time I put out a new video and go live. And please check out CoffeeBrandCoffee.com. What's going on, guys? Listen, it's Christmas season coming up, and you know what makes great gifts? That's right, Coffee Brand Coffee. Coffee Brand Coffee makes wonderful gifts. And guess what? They don't just have great coffees, teas, and cocos. They also got gear. They got K-Cups. And also, they got wonderful gift boxes. Gift boxes that include all sorts of wonderful, great goodies. You got chocolate-covered coffee beans, raspberry yogurt pretzel twists, sea salt milk chocolates, caramel. You got chocolate-covered coffee beans, peppermint hot cocoa, spicy and sweet treat mixes, kettle corn pop, premium vacuum travel tumblers, and all sorts of wonderful great stuff that you can get at Coffee Brand Coffee. And these make great Christmas gifts. So guys, please check out CoffeeBrandCoffee.com and use promo code taco at checkout to get 10% off your purchase. That's coffeebrandcoffee.com, promo code BACKTACO.